Hi guys, in this video we will explore Pandas Groupby method. To do so, let us create a data frame. See, these commands have already been written to save ourselves time. So what we should do now is let us bring each one of them up and un understand what exactly these commands are doing. See, this is bringing pandas. We are activating pandas library and the alias name is PD. Then these lists are being created. Now what we are doing is, see, names. Four names are there. Term. There are two terms. Subject. These five subjects are there. And this line is going to generate randomly 20 numbers within the range of 0 and 100. Right? So having created this thing, let us keep activating, keep executing itself. Fine. So we have created this. So let us create a Cartesian product of these three lists. So how we can do that? So we will say n in names, okay, for n in names, for s in subject, and initially we can write for t in terms. So when we write like this, it will create Cartesian product. Now how it is going to work, just see. Now we will write T N S and let us run it. There is a typo. Let us write term because we have written term here. So these errors are inevitable. We have to be able to quickly understand the error and correct. Okay, correct them. So here it is. So this is called Cartesian product. So what is happening is, see this term first and second, I can even write here for the sake of consistency. Okay, term, name, subject. So term first, right? This first terms will get clubbed with Ravi, Naveen, Hema, Lata, and also with subjects like this. So what is happening? 2 into 4, right? This is 8 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 40. We will have 40 records here, correct? 40 records have been created. Now, what we will do is here we want to have randomly generated 40 marks. So let us make it 40. Okay. I am creating 40 marks and just see what we will do. So this has been created. Let us put this in a maybe variable. We will call it what? Records or columns. Anything doesn't matter. Okay. So these are columns. Very good. Delete this. Let us next what we will do. We will we can create a data frame out of these columns. How it will be? PD data frame calls. When you do, see data frame has been created. We would like to give the names here. Each column should have name. So let us give appropriate names. So we'll say first is what? Term. Second is name. Third is subject. Okay. And fine, this is fine. So let us create a data frame, give a name to it. DF. We call it DF. And not now what we will do is the 40 marks, right? 40 numbers which we have generated, we will create another column, call it marks, and this marks we will write. So when we do this, this data frame will also have marks. Okay, let me repeat what we have done. We have created these three lists. With these three lists, we have created a Cartesian product. Having created a Cartesian product will be something like this, calls, right? So we have two terms, we have four names, and we have five subjects. So 40 records got created when we wrote this command. This is list comprehension. Okay. After that, we created a data frame from these columns, and then we gave column names also. And then separately, we created another column for marks. So this is our data frame, and this is precisely what we are going to use to learn group by command. Okay, so we have written all these commands, right? So we wrote this. Let me eliminate this. We wrote this, we wrote this, we wrote this, we wrote this as well, this as well. Okay, so what is the df head? Basically, whenever we want to see how our data frame looks, we should not write df because it will bring all the records. Here it will bring 40 records. What if we have 400 records? It will tend to bring 400 records, 4000 records. But for looking at how our data frame looks, you can simply give head command. By default, it brings 5 records. Here we can also pass parameter. We can make it 3 or 2. I mean, whatever number we are passing, the records will be fetched accordingly. So I wrote 2. I am saying 2 rows or 2 records. Okay. We can say row or we can say record. No problem. Both are fine. Now, let me remove this also. This has also been explained. Now, we have come to the main point of this video, that is group by command. You know what happens in group by? In group by, multiple rows having same value will be grouped together. So what I'm saying is, suppose I have only one column like this. Suppose I have Ravi, 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 Ravi. This, if I group by, fundamentally it will give me only one Ravi, correct? So in SQL, if I write something like this, select, suppose Ravi column name is name from some data table, and then if I write group by name, I will get only one Ravi, single. This is what group by command does. That is fine. So but let us see how our data frame is going to work. Assuming that we want to do this task. See, name wise total marks obtained in each term. So the task is basically list out name wise total marks obtained in each term. Okay. If we were to write an SQL command, then we will write something like this. Select term, name, some marks from DF, assuming that DF is our table. DF is actually table name in SQL, group by term name. If we do this, if we write SQL, our output will be something like this. Let us write term as well. See, what does this question say? List out name wise marks obtained in each term. See, there are two terms, first term, second term. And then you are saying marks, total marks I want name wise. So there are four names, one term, first term. Hema secured 357, Lata 277, Naveen 244, Ravi 175. These marks are total marks for first term. These are total marks by each individual in the second term. And this is what is the question. And this is the solution. So we have also written SQL command. Now let us compare how we write in SQL and how we write in Panda. See here, you say select term name sum marks from table name, and then you say group by term and name. See here also, we have written group by term and name. So this is matching, right? There is no difference so far as group by is concerned. Then you have sum marks. We have written only in pandas you have written sum. You have not specified anything. And when we say DF, see basically when we say DF, DF means all the columns, all the columns. So we have written only DF, that is all the columns. Take all the columns but group on only term and name. And pandas is intelligent enough to pick up the numeric column and it will sum on this and it will give you this result. So there are certain things which are happening over here dynamically. We need not really bother, right? Okay. Having seen this result, what we can do is we would like to check whether the data which are being shown over here are correct or not. So let us try to dissect this command. How we will do that? See, before we do that, let me write another command. Okay, getting deeper into that will be simpler. So let me remove this, and here I will remove term also. I'm writing only name. Just see what happens. It says group by name sum. Now what it has done is it has ignored term completely. It says that Hema total marks is 568, Lata 654, Naveen 464, Ravi 523. How it is coming, let us get into detail. What we can do is, we know how lock and ilock commands work, right? How we can select. So using our understanding of that, let us bring all the names. Okay, we will bring only names and marks. We will not bring everything. So how we can do that? We can write lock. We will say all the rows. Yes, all the rows. But then which column? Name and marks. Okay, how we can do that? Name, marks. If I write like this, what happens? All names and marks are coming. This command is giving us output as if this data frame has got only name and marks, whereas it has got term and it also got subject. We are not listing that. Basically, we are in investigative mode. We want to check whether this total being shown is correct or not for every student. So, okay, Ravi this, Naveen this. Now what next? What we should be doing? Let us do one more thing. We will say, let us bring only Ravi's record, which is coming first. Now what we can do here? So let me write, okay, I will take only, okay, I will go down with the whole command, okay. Actually, it is very long. I don't want such long output, but it consumes lot of space. I will say head 2. Okay. Now Let me bring this everything. Here we will bring only Ravi's record now. Just see how we can only bring Ravi's record. You know what? In this log, we will now give conditional selection. Now, what we will write? We will say df log, okay? Then I will say df name is equal to Ravi. See, when we say this, only see what happens. If I write df dot name is equal to Ravi, if I write, what will happen? Just see. Whichever row has got Ravi under column name will be tagged as true. All other rows where under name Ravi is not there will be marked as false. Then what record we will get? We will only get those records where we have true condition. So internally what system does is it will just see true and it will take the indexes of each and every record where indexes are aligned to true condition, and it will fetch only those records, and the records wherever you have false, okay, those indexes will be ignored. So there are two things: indexes aligned with true, indexes aligned with false. All those indexes which are aligned with true will be the indexes for which we will get records. For false, we will not get. So this is the logic. Now, this is going to be working for log. See, log, for log, this is just a condition. So basically, this is what is happening. For true, you df log, what df log does? It brings rows, right? It will simply give me only Ravi. Just see how. Now it is only Ravi, only Ravi. But if you do not want to see these columns, well, that also you can do. Now we have learned how we can give uh, column names here, right? We will write name and we will write marks. See, this is my condition for selecting rows, and these are the columns we want to select. Done. Okay, only Ravi has come. Fantastic. Now what we want to do, we want total of Ravi, right? That is what the total of Ravi will come, and we will see whether it is 523 or not. Correct? I want total of only Ravi. So what we can do now? How I will total? Look, we can only say that we can do this. We will say, if we say sum, what will happen? Just see. Oh, where it has gone? So look, it looks very crazy, Ravi, 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 and Mark. So what it has done is it has even summed up name. So that looks very crazy, right? So what we can do is simply remove this name from here and just see here. Okay, the quote has gone 523. Are we getting 523 for Ravi? Yes, we are getting. That means we should be happy with this result. What about Hema? What about Lata? What about Naveen? Well, look, we can also write one by one name. I will now write for Hema. Hema's total 568. It is matching. Then I will write Lata. That is fine. We have only four. We can afford to do that. See, Lata is matching 654. And then we have Naveen matching 464. But if we have many names, then what we will do? We will have to write something smart, right? So this thing has already been written. Now what we can do is here, See, I'm saying for I in NP unique DF name. Oh, look what is happening. Unique DF name. I'm getting unique names, which means what? Hema is repeating, give me once. Lata is repeating, give me once. So all the values will be given only once. No repeat value will be given. So that having taken that, what is happening? We are saying, okay, you take unique one. I is what? Suppose Hema comes. We will say df log name is equal to I. That means name should be Hema. And then I will say group by name sum. So what I'm doing now, I am taking that names sum. So how many, what I will get? I will get four different sums. See here, 568, 654, 464, and 523. Look, all are coming. So I'm simply, what I have done is I have verified my values by writing a different, slightly different command. But if you want to individually check, then this is what you can do. This is name, mark, sum like this. So we have done everything is matching, right? So this is what system is going to work in the background to give us what we want. Let us write some more commands. So do we have anything? Let me remove this. Have we written this? Yeah. Okay. Let this be there. We have used this. Fine. Now, what should be our next question? Let me see. Total marks obtained by each student. Look what is happening over here. Total marks obtained by each student, which means what? We will have only student name, correct? And then we will get total marks. So here what we did here, this is what we did. Total, I mean name wise we are getting total, correct? See, this is name wise total. Now what we can do is we have already explored this. Now come to this stuff, term and name, correct? And let me remove this. This is unnecessary repeat, I suppose. Okay. Let me remove this stuff. This we have already done. Here we have done it. All these things we have done. What we can do is, okay, for this, we will write that. Okay. What is this? This particular query for each student. This is what we have already done. Let me write this. Okay. This was simpler. Hence it was done first. Okay. Let me bring this query, this one, okay, and we will try to understand how it is working. Okay, term and name, correct? Let me run this. This is how we are getting data. How it is working, we have to see. How to verify it? Look, what is happening over here is in this command, it is telling us that look, first term Hema scored 357. Here what we saw, Hema 394. What was happening? 357 and 211 was getting added, which was 568, right? Hema, where is that? 794. What was that? Okay. Hema 5. No. Okay, I think we have to run this all over again. Wait, where is my marks obtained? Okay. Everywhere we should get same. There is no question of, different rows showing different things. It doesn't happen like that. Okay. See, 568 568. Correct. This is 568. Fine. Let me run this also. Okay. This is fine. Let me run this. Where is Hema? 568. See what happens in Jupyter Notebook. See, when you keep working, every time I enter, let me explain in detail. Every time, if I enter here, okay, new numbers will get generated, new marks will get generated. Whichever, suppose if I activate this cell, it is going to take new values. Okay, and then if I check, oh, this is 568 Hema. Suppose I have run this and it is 568. And this particular thing, cell, I have already worked earlier with a different set of random numbers and I executed. I will get some other values. And we will start matching, it will never match. So this is, we have to be a bit careful in Jupyter Notebook. Whenever we are working, we should not, go here, there, just keep entering and start comparing. It doesn't work like that. We have to be very careful. Each and every cell gets activated only when we press shift enter, or from the tool button we click a particular button, then only it gets activated. Otherwise, what will happen if you are working and your old cell will show old value and the new cell will show new value, and if you are comparing, then we will be in for unnecessary surprises. So that is what happened now. Okay, so 568, no problem. Now it is fine. So when we are running and checking, is Hema 568? Yes, it is 568. But we have to dissect this completely. We have to see how 568 or how 357 is coming, and in the second term how 211 is coming. So now we will take data term wise. We will first take first term and then we will take second term. What command we will write? Just see. We will say df lock, okay, and then just see df name is equal to Hema, and then we will write, and syntax is tough. Anyway, we will get used to it over a period of time, but we have to be a little bit mindful of what we are writing. Otherwise, we will get lots of errors. Okay. Then df term is equal to, I will write first. See what is happening. I'm telling pandas that look, you get me only those records, those rows where under name Hema occurs and under term first happens, and look at this operator. This is ampersand, that means and. Column row should have under name Hema and under term first. If both are true, then you give me record. Look, if I write something like this outside, what will happen? This will be interesting to see. See, all false, true and true. Where is true? Yeah, this is true. Only 5 records are true. Makes sense because Hema has appeared in first term as well as second term. We are saying we want record only for first term, Hema. So only 5 records. Correct? So as was told earlier, only these records will be fetched. System will bring only these records. How? That lock is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Those are the records which system will bring. So let me remove this now. Okay, so let me get record. Okay, now see Hema first term. Fine. Now what happens? Subject I am not working on. So I will not even, I don't want that. So you can always specify column here like this. Please give me term and name and marks like this. This is one of the ways of writing. There is another way. We can also write, let me write here. We can also write, simply don't write here. There is no need to write here. Remove this and just simply leave it. By default, it will bring everything. And if you are not happy, here you can write just beside that bracket. Open another pair of brackets and here you write term and what? Name and marks. This will also give you what happened. Okay, you have to write double quotes probably. Okay, so we are getting, so see, mind you, this we should never get confused with this. See, this outer quote, this and this in data frame, whenever we are getting, we write this, we are passing list. That is why double. So I will show you how it works. When we get column, we can also get columns from data frame like this df. If I want only one column name. Now what happens is if you want two columns, so this is the syntax. Look, this is the syntax. Df bracket. That is syntax. If I want only one column, I write like this. Well and good. What happens if I have to give two values? See, in Python, if we have to give two values, we have to give in the form of collection. So list is one of the collections. So it is telling, okay, you give in a list. So when I do like this, when I write like this term, and also I'm giving more than one string, right? So here marks, then what happens? I have to close this, right? See here, this I am applying list because there are more than one term, more than one string, and this bracket is a part of my syntax. And this is precisely what we have written here. Since we did not write inside, we are writing outside. This is one of the ways of writing. So why we are discussing this? Because when you are reading Pandas code written by somebody, you may encounter this and it should not be a source of confusion. And that is why it is being discussed in detail here. Okay, good. So we got this. Very good. Then what we'll do? This is first term Hema. We want total of marks. What we can do? We can say, okay, please give me marks. Will it give? Oh, it is giving only marks. Then we will say, I don't want this IDs. What I will do with IDs? Then you say, okay, give me only values. It has given you values. Okay, then it is already there, right? These values are already there. Then what you will do? This is an array. If you want to convert into list, you convert into list. List has come. See, can you sum the list up? Yes. So what we will do? You'll say sum this entire thing. That entire thing is giving me list. So I get 357. Are we getting 357? Hema first term. Just see first term Hema 357. So this is how system is giving. So we are basically specifying, we are trying to verify by giving specific commands. We are bringing one record and we wrote quite a few things to get to the conclusion that, okay, things are working well. Okay, so let us randomly check for some other person as well. Maybe we will check for Ravi. So how we will do that? Nothing. You simply do it Ravi here. 175. See, this is 175. Correct? Yes. So like that, we can verify all the records. Okay. Let us take some more questions. Average marks of each term for all students. Okay. So See this particular command we have written in structured query language. See, if we were to write this in SQL to get this set of result, we would write select term name some marks from DF, assuming that DF is stable, group by term name. So what is happening here? Let us compare this command, SQL command, with Pandas command. Term is written, yes, term is written. Name is written, yes, name is written. Okay. And what about marks? Dynamically, Pandas will take mark because that is numeric and it will sum it up. And group by, see, group by term and name you're saying. This term, name, etc. Anyway, this DF has got. DF will supply this term and name and marks, everything. But we are only grouping by term and name. There is no question of specifying. However, please note that we can also give this specific column, which is not needed, but we can give name and then we can give marks, right? Specific thing we have given. And is it going to give us same result? It is going to give us same result. But should we write this? No need. What is very important is what you are going to group by. Okay, writing this is not important in pandas, right? There's no need to write this. Simply write group by. So it is going to only consider for grouping these two columns and intelligently give you aggregation function only on a numeric field that is nothing but marks. The question is, had there been more than one numeric column, then what system would have done? Well, it would have given you another column. This we will see later. Okay. Good. Okay. So far so good. Let us take another one. Yeah. See, this is nothing. It is giving you there in term and name, this term and name and sum. We were taking sum. Here we are taking mean. That is the only difference. There is no other difference. And what would be an equivalent SQL command? It will be like this. Select term, name, average marks from DF, group by term and name. And pandas command is what? Pandas, we use mean. Okay. We don't write average because the method name is mean. So we are getting this result. And we have already checked, right? We have checked or not? No. Mean we have never checked. We checked sum. Now you will say, I would like to check mean also for first term. Please show me. So what I would do is we will bring this command, okay, remove this sum stuff, bring. Now what is happening is, see, we have got these things, right? If I sum it up and divide it by 5, what I will get? Just see, for Ravi or for Hema. Let me bring this here. I can show there itself, but let me do here. I will say sum. This is sum. Then I will say now divide it by 5. 71.4. 71 by 4. But I could have produced the result here itself. Why I am writing so many things? Look, we can say D, that is numpy. We will have to bring that library also, otherwise it won't work. You'll say import numpy as np. See, 71.4. We have calculated and we cross-checked it. Okay. Next. Okay. Let us read this. What is going on here? Okay, this is nothing but same thing. if I have to order by marks, okay, because I mean, it shows anything, right? I will say, no, no, you please sort this out. I mean, I want sorting by marks. See here, what is happening here. In this particular command, I'm taking mean, okay? See, 71.4, 55, 48, and 35. Here, 35 has come first. What we are doing is nothing. See, in SQL command, what we would have done, everything we would write and simply add order by marks. Likewise, df group by term name, mean, then dot sort values marks. When I do that, I will be shown the records in ascending order of marks. Just see, ascending order of marks. Then here, what is happening? This terms is getting completely jumbled because you gave sort by command. Correct? Good. Now, so whatever we will write, we will get the output as per our instruction. Okay. Now, what is happening here? Term, name, subject. See, get records that are grouped by all the columns. This is very funny thing to do. Look what is happening. When you say I have to group by term, name, subject, look at this data frame. See, everything term, name, subject. Grouping means you are creating one record out of many records, provided multiple records have got same value. Here, all 40 records, if you see first Ravi math. If Ravi is appearing in first term, for the subject math, there is no way that Ravi will appear in the first term again for the same subject. Ravi cannot appear for the same subject in the same term. There will be one. So that is the case. So see, look at the Ravi record with Ravi name, right? These person will appear for first term exam. Subject will be all these five subjects, right? So first term, five subject. He will not appear in any subject twice in one particular term. So there is no question of appearing twice or thrice, only once. So anyway, every single record if you study is unique. So how group by? See, group by is nothing but make one record or two record out of multiple records. So wherever things will repeat, it will collapse it. So there is no way that it can collapse. And then you are saying sum. Essentially, what is going to happen is whatever we are seeing in DF and whatever we will see with this command, the output is going to be same. Now you will say, look, we are seeing this sort of format. This is what system is doing. But let us see Hema's record. 85, 96, 63, 84, 20, 29. Okay, that is first term. Are we getting same thing? See, Hema 96, 29, 85, 63, 84 to 63. Hema 85. Okay, this is getting jumbled up. Okay, I mean this is not coming in the same order. Now, what we can do for ordering? Okay, we can do something like this. We'll say sort. Okay, in which order we are getting here in the data frame? Okay, it is bringing first. Oh, there is no order here as well. Okay, we will put the same thing. Sort values. We will say first what? Term, then name, then we will say what? Subject. If we do like this, we are going to get the data like this. All HEMA will come first. So here also we will take the same output and then compare. Otherwise, comparing will be painful thing. It will become really a painful exercise. So what was the sort command? Just give the same thing. No, we can copy paste that. Yes, we can. So bring this list here, okay, and put here. Okay, let me remove this. Otherwise, we will get very bad error message. Okay. Okay, so what happened? See, Hema 85, 96, 63, 84, 29. Am I getting here same thing? 85, okay. There is another thing we can do. Why to see so many records? Make head 10. I will get only 10 records, right? Here also we will say head, show me 10 records. So we have to get smarter, right? With each passing second, minute. Let's see, 85, 85, 96, 96, 63. Now, the question that should come to our mind is, this is data frame vanilla output. I am writing sum and still sum is doing nothing. Look, sum will sum it up. Suppose if you have two values, suppose if you have HEMA 10, again if you have HEMA 20. Now if you say group by name and then if you write sum, so what system will do? System will say group by name. So this two hemas will become one hema and this will 10 and 20 will become 30 because system is in a position to collapse it. But if it is HEMA 1 and HEMA 2 and if you give this command, what will happen? It will show HEMA 1 10, HEMA 2 20. Likewise, since every single record here, see, every single record is unique. So when I say group by term name subject, not a single record is getting grouped. Every single record is unique. And on unique, what happens? Suppose if you say, suppose if I say sum 1, what it will do? It is getting only 1. It will sum it up and give you. It will not give error message, but don't tell that it is not working. It is working. Sum is working, but the thing is that it is getting one value. Sum is working on one value. You are going to get this. So somehow we have to have multiple records with same values so that they can be grouped and then your aggregate function will aggregate the value and show the value for those condensed record. So that is the logic that is in place. So we will continue to work on group by and try to understand group by more. For now, let me wrap up. Thank you very much for watching and I will see you in the upcoming video.